Okay, let's see. Here we go. The monsters raiding the village of Longbridge have led you on a long chase. Just as you're about to catch up with the last of them, the ground beneath you breaks away and you plunge into a deep hole. You have fallen into the dungeon beneath Firestorm Peak. Can you survive long enough to find a way out of the dark and twisting tunnels? So the ground gave way and we have ended up in the bottom of Ashardalon's lair. Okay, so we start with 2 healing surges. We ever get knocked to 0, we can turn one of these in and get our surge hit points back. And we can start our character anywhere around these stairs. So I think we'll just put her right here on the edge. I'm just going to keep these here to remind me I have them. I tend to forget. And of course there's a lovely little sequence of play, which is very nice. We go first. The hero does his stuff, moves and attacks. Then if we're standing on an edge, we can explore, and then the baddies go. And it lays out how that all happens. It's super straightforward. Nothing to attack. We are on an end, so let's explore. And we have this nice stack here of dungeon tiles. Normally you draw from the top, unless indicated otherwise, in which case you draw from the bottom. And the exit tile that we're trying to get to, we know has been placed, I think it was, what, six tiles down. So we just have to get through a couple of tiles here in order to survive this game. So we're gonna pull a tile, and you're gonna look for the arrow. Oh my goodness, we pulled a long hallway right off the bat. Okay, this is one of the special tiles. What the heck, we'll play it out. It'll be an interesting first turn. The arrow connects to your broken edge, which is great. If it's a black arrow, you pull an encounter card, which are terrible. If it's a white arrow, you don't have to. But you do spawn a monster on these scorch marks. So we're gonna pull a card from the monster deck, and we look down this corridor and find a human cultist. Okay. So we're gonna put one of these guys on this scorch mark. Okay, if possible, the long hallway says, place the top tile from the stack next to this tile's unexplored edge. So normally, we only spawn one monster and deal with one tile. We, however, are off to a raging start, and we will reveal a second. Okay, so this one has a black arrow, so we're gonna put it here. We're gonna spawn another monster, because that's how we're starting. We get a giant snake. Order matters, so we're gonna sort of keep them in the order that we drew them. He appears on this scorch mark, and because we have a black arrow, we draw an encounter card. There's a bit of discussion over on Board Game Geek on how exactly this works. I play it that no matter how many tiles you draw and how many black arrows you get, you only draw one encounter card per turn. You want to make this game really hard, you can draw more if you like, but I like to play just one a turn is about all I can handle. Because we found cobalt trappers. Actually, I didn't shuffle this one either. Hold on a second. I'm like, these all sound very familiar. I can tell you what the next 4 cards are too, but that wouldn't be much fun. Okay. Gosh darn it. The setup is important. Let's try that again. How about unbearable heat? The volcanic vapors that fill the tunnel slowly wear down your endurance. Each hero takes 1 damage. Discard this card. Well, that's great. We haven't even attacked anyone yet, and we're already down a damage. Okay, great. Discard it. Well, at least it's not some sort of lasting thing. So we have spawned our monsters. We've explored, placed our tiles, spawned our monsters, and now we move into the villain phase. If we didn't place a tile, so it's sort of these if-then instructions. If you didn't place a tile, if we don't explore, we automatically get an encounter. So you can't just stand in place in this game. If you just stand in place, something will come for you, all right? So that's not an option. But if you explore, there's a chance you don't get an encounter, but you will definitely get a monster. So there's a nice little trade-off going here. We did explore, so we don't have to draw an encounter card, but the monsters attack, and they attack in the order in which they were placed. So the first thing we saw, peeking around this corner, was this little human cultist. We're gonna call him Phil. Phil was just out patrolling the under regions of Ashardalon's mountain, and through the ceiling falls this little angry little dwarf lady. And so Phil is going to pull out his poison dagger and come for us. They have these wonderful little tactics, if then. If the cultist is within one tile, and you count tiles from the one you're on, one away, so he is within one tile, he moves adjacent to the closest hero, and he attacks. So he's just going to come right up to us and boop, poke us with his poisoned dagger. Fabulous. So how does battle work? Pretty easy. Phil rolls an attack die, which is a 6. He's going to add his attack value, which is a +6 for a 12. And we're going to compare that to our armor class of a 17. If you are equal to or above, it hits. If it's less than, it's a miss. So Phil pokes us with his dagger, it bounces off our wonderful dwarven armor, and we take no damage, and we are not poisoned, which is a lovely thing. There is, however, still this snake hanging out up here. I guess Phil had a pet, a minion maybe, a pet snake named Snaky, which is what all snakes should be called. And little Snaky also has to figure out what he's going to do. He will move one tile toward the closest hero, and the kind of rule of thumb from moving monsters, you move them to your advantage, all right? The monsters are tough enough, but in general, it's a good idea to move them from Scorch Mark to Scorch Mark. That kind of takes some of the randomness out, and you can kind of figure out where they're going to land, okay? So that's sort of the gentleman's ruling on how this all works. All right, villain phase is over. Top of the round again, we're back into our hero phase. And on a hero phase, you can do one of two things. You can move and attack, you can attack and move, or you can make 2 moves. Unless, of course, you have something that tells otherwise. Remember, we have our nice crossbow of speed, which says instead of moving, you can attack a monster within 1 tile. So what we could do is, unfortunately, we're kind of like around a corner here. So there's this whole question again of sort of line of sight. So the rules for this game are super simple, and they're meant to be that way. But sometimes super simple rules lead to some ambiguity. So there's a lot of you just kind of go with what makes sense to you. When counting how far away you are on a tile, you cannot count diagonally, all right? So, for example, you couldn't say that this tile and this tile are going to be side by side, right? You have to count them by complete tiles. So you can't count diagonally for a tile. You can, however, attack diagonally. There's nothing wrong with that. But counting tiles is done 1, 2, 3, never 1, 2. So you can't cut corners that way, I guess is the best way to describe it. Same holds true with attacking, so we cannot attack within 1 tile if we're counting diagonally. You must account orthogonally when they're talking about tiles. Now, when we're talking about movement, you're allowed to move diagonally. So for example, if we wanted to, we could move here. All right, there's nothing to stop us from doing that. Even though it is on a diagonal, we're fine to do it, all right? If we move though, we can't use our crossbow of speed. It's instead of moving. Attack a monster within 1 tile. So what we could do, and this is a bit risky, we could take a swing here on Phil the Cultist with our regular attack action. And then instead of moving, whip out our crossbow of speed and try and ping Snaky here. Because he is within 1 tile, we're technically on this side of the board, so he's within 1. So we could try and ping Snaky. Now, if we miss on Phil and Snaky, they're both on the board, right? So I think what we're going to do, just to be safe, because Vestra's just fallen down here, she's a bit disoriented, she's figuring things out, we're gonna save both of our attacks for now for Phil. So let's go ahead and do a regular old sure strike on Phil. He's tried to poke us with a poison dagger. Kind of feel like, he deserves it. He only has 1 hit point, which is, we just got a hit. So she's gonna rear back with her giant maul and roll a 1. So she definitely misses. There are no you know, bad things happen to you if you roll a 1 type of thing. But that's fine. We prepared for this. It was our first swing. We do still have our crossbow of speed, so instead of moving, we're going to roll another attack with a +4. Ooh, a 6 plus 4 is a 10. He has an AC of 14. So, wow, we're starting off terribly. We have a double whiff, a long hallway, 2 monsters. It's not looking good for Miss Vestra. Hero phase is over. We're going to go to the exploration. Well, we're not up against an edge, and even if we were, I kind of don't want to bring another monster to this party, so I'm not going to explore, which means I will have an encounter, and it's probably going to be terrible. It's High Alert. It's an environment card, okay? The monsters rally to defend the dungeon from invading adventurers. If there is an environment card already in play, discard it. There's not. This is going to remain in play until a new environment is drawn. At the end of each villain phase, the active hero passes 1 monster card to the right. Ah, this is fabulous for us. There's only 1 of us, so we're not going to be passing any monsters. So High Alert is going to stay on the table. It's not going to affect us. You'll see when we get another hero how that would mess things up. But for now, we will take it. We explored and did our encounter. Now the villains go. Phil is not happy that we poked him. He is going to attack us again with his poison dagger. Oh, a 15. He's definitely going to hit us. He has a 15 plus 6, which is an 11. So he will ping us for 1 point of damage, and we become poisoned. There are these lovely little markers in this game. I love things that give you markers to remember, that you put on your card to remind you. You take 1 damage at the start of your hero phase. If we roll 10 or above, we can discard it. Our iron stomach gives us a +5 to that because we eat a lot of bad food. But for now, we're poisoned. So Phil got his hidden. Snaky here, he is within 1 tile, so he will move adjacent to the closest monster. I guess we'll put him down here. That would be adjacent. And Snaky is going to come in and try and whack us. You can't get poisoned more than once, okay? So this is just a straight up attack roll. A 3 plus a 7 is a 10. The fangs bounce off us. Great. Whew, villain phase over. Top of our hero phase. We lose a point just because of the poisoning. Nothing we can do about it. We're just not feeling real great. And we're kind of surrounded, my friends. We're kind of surrounded. I don't have anything, unfortunately, that lets me hit more than 1 monster. That's just not in her arsenal here. I think we might try a good old comeback swipe. If it hits, we get to heal back up 2 hit points. I think we're going to need this. We'll have to flip it over. We won't use it again, but you know what? I feel like it's time to try this. So Phil, we have +7 to hit him. Ooh, an 8 plus a 7 is 15. His AC is 14, so we do it. Phil goes down in a flame of glory. We can discard his monster card. Now, 2 things happen when you kill a monster. The first you'll see down here is experience. This is great stuff. You can turn in 5 experience points at any time to negate an encounter card. So if we pull a terrible encounter card and we have 5 points of experience, we can negate it. This is very handy. The other thing you can do is you can upgrade your characters once, flip them to their backside. I like to use these more to stop encounters because they are terrible. So we will keep this in our little trophy pile, and we might be using it later. The other thing we get to do is pull a treasure card. You can only pull 1 treasure card a turn, no matter how many monsters you kill. You only get 1, and you add it to your little hoard of goodies. And we got a dragon tooth pick. This is an item. This weapon punches through even the thickest armor. Play it immediately. You gain a +1 bonus to attack rolls against adjacent monsters while this item is in play. And if you roll a 19 or 20, you deal 1 more damage. Oh, cool. Okay, so now you'll notice we have 2 items. We have our dragon pick and our crossbow. You can have multiple items in play. But the rule is, if it gives you an attack bonus or a defense bonus, you can only use one. So in this case, this gives us +4 to attack. This gives us a +1 to attack. So they're both buffing the same stat, I guess you can say. So we can only use one of them at a time. We can't stack them. It becomes super powerful. For now, I think we're gonna keep our crossbow of speed on us. So we're gonna put the dragon pick to the side. Maybe we'll equip that guy later, because we have this lovely little snake here that I think we might. I think we want the higher attack bonus is what I'm thinking. But we've done our attack action. We are allowed to move at this point. And here's the game we have to figure out. If I move to this edge and explore it, it will definitely generate a monster, and it might generate an encounter card. If I don't, I will definitely get an encounter card. Now, I think we're going to give up on this long hallway. It takes forever to get up here to get to an exposed edge. Remember, we're trying to get through this dungeon. So I think I'm going to turn around and hightail it over here. And I think, do we want another creature or just an encounter card? Oh, I'm poisoned. Never mind. Wait, before we do that, let's back up one step here. Let's see if we can get rid of this poisoned effect. We have a +5 to poisoned. Yeah, that's definitely above 7. All right, so we're no longer poisoned. We shake it off. Snaky is all that's left. Oh, do we want to explore? Take out Snaky. Well, let's not generate any more monsters. Let's stay where we are. I guess we might as well use our movement. We'll back up. There's no attacks of opportunity. Let's back up. Our speed is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll put us on this corner so we can explore in either direction. That's our movement phase. Done. 1 attack, 1 movement. Now we have our... Ooh. Although this one is instead of moving. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's use our crossbow of speed instead of moving. What the heck? Maybe we'll take Snaky down. Let's roll an attack against a monster within 1 tile. Boom, he is. Let's see if we get lucky here. Come on, Snaky. Yes, we do. 17 + 4. We get Snaky. All right, we get another experience point. We do not get any treasure because we've already gotten our treasure for the turn. I'm okay with that. We're up to 2. And unfortunately, because we didn't move, we can't explore. It is what it is. Let's have another encounter, shall we? An earthquake. Okay. Attack each hero. Well, I don't think I need a monster to do this. I think it just happens, right? The ground is attacking us with a +6, and it rolls a 1. Hallelujah. So the earthquake happens. We retain our footing. We're dwarves. We're low to the ground. We survive. Okay. Whew. Villain phase. We did our encounter. Back up to us. So let's move like we did before. And let's explore up here. So we don't have anything to attack. We've done our move actions. We'll flip this over. And let's pull a new dungeon tile and see what we find. Ooh, awesome. It's a white triangle, so no events. I'll just leave high alert here for now. We do spawn a monster. And we find a Grell. This little guy on this soot mark. He's terrible looking. Okay, a Grell, an aberrant is here. Ooh, he's kind of tough. He's worth 2 experience. He has 2 hit points. So he's kind of a baddie. I feel like we can do this, though. I feel like we can do this. Okay. All right. How does he move? Let's see. Is he adjacent? No. Is he within 1? Yes. He moves adjacent to the closest hero, and he attacks with his tentacles. That sounds terrifying. And his tentacles are a +7. If they hit, we become dazed. That, I would not like that. 19, they did hit. Darn it. Question. When I used this dwarven resistance, or my, what was it? Darn it. This one. Did I hit him and regain 2 hit points? I don't know if I did or not. I don't remember if I did or not. So I'm not going to take those hit points because I don't remember. So I'm just going to leave this ability up. We'll just use it like a regular attack. Gosh darn it. I can't remember if I hit with him or not. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine. We'll use it again later. But he does hit us with his tentacles. We take 1 damage, which puts us down to 4. Oh no. And we become dazed. All right. What does dazed? You can only move or attack, not both. Discard this at the end of your hero turn. All right, so we automatically lose it. So I'm okay with that. That's not so bad. Back up to us. So we can either move or attack. Let's attack. Let's remember this time that we're doing this for the hit points. Don't let me forget. And we will roll +7. Oh, although, wait a minute. Let's switch out and use instead our dragon tooth pick. This gives us a +1 to all attack rolls on adjacent monsters. So we're not going to use our crossbow of speed, right? Because we can either attack or move. So for this round, we're going to put our crossbow out. We're going to use our dragon tooth pick to try and strike him. So we're going to be able to add a total of 8 to our attack roll. Okay. Oh yeah, baby, we got him. Okay, that's great. And he does 2 damage. So let's flip this over so we can remember we've used it. We are going to pick up 2 hit points for that. So that puts us at 6. So I'll bring back our 5er, which is lovely. And look at that, we 1 hit him. Wow, even though we were dazed. Okay, we lose our dazed ability. Great. He gets kapowed. We pick up 2 experience points, so we're now up to 4. Yes, and we get another treasure. Ooh, a potion of recovery. And 1 condition on your hero or an adjacent hero. Great, we're gonna keep that in our hand. Next time we get dazed or poisoned, we know what to do. Okay, so, oh, luckily, didn't we play this right? We were right on the edge here. So even though we can't move because of the dazed aspect, we can explore. So we're out of monsters. Let's do it. Let's pick another tile here. Oh, so this one has a black triangle, which is a bummer, but you know what? It was bound to happen sooner or later. And as we peer down this hallway, there's an archer, an orc archer, all right? That looks like him, right? Yeah, it does. Okay, there is an orc archer, and he's, you know, he's not too bad. I think we can take this kid. All right, our orc archer appears. We have a black arrow though, so we also get an encounter, and it's a steam vent. The floor disintegrates as superheated steam gushes into the passage. Attack each hero on the active hero's tile. So it does 2 damage. I don't know if you can see that or not. On a miss, it does 1. So oof. And a +8 to attack. Come on, roll low. Okay, that was 20. That was definitely not roll. Okay. Yep. Remember all those lovely hit points we just picked up? Yeah, we're gonna get rid of them. We're back down to 4 again. Darn it. Dang, steam vents. Where did that come from? All right. Steam vents are out. We have this archer hanging here now. Okay. Potion of recovery doesn't help us. What do we want to use this turn? All right. Okay, we explored our tile. We spawned our monster. We had our encounter. Now the monsters get to move, and he is a fast mover. If he's within 2 tiles, it attacks the closest hero with 1 arrow. Otherwise, the orc archer moves 1 tile toward the closest hero. Oh my gosh. All right, so he's going to attack us with an arrow. This will do 2 damage. On a miss, it does 1. So we're definitely taking a hit here no matter what. Please, no more 20s. How about a 3? We'll take a 3. We'll take a 3. He pings us with 1 arrow. Don't worry. We're coming for you, my friend. All right, our turn. Let's see. So the problem is, instead of moving, while that's really tempting, I feel like we need to get to an edge because these encounter cards are just destroying us. So let's move. Let's move our, what do we have? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that puts him adjacent, puts us next to a door. Because of that, let's use our dragon pick for this. It's gonna add +1 to our attack bonus. Right? Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Let's do that. And where's our good old attack 1 adjacent monster? We have a +12. Come on, Miss Vestra. You got this. You got this. Oh yeah, look at that. We walloped him. Nice. Okay. Orc Archer's down. We now have the elusive 5 experience points to negate an encounter. And we get a treasure. What do we get? Bracers of Defense. Reduce the damage from the attack by 1. Flip this card after using it. Ooh, okay, we're definitely equipping those. We have got some defensive bracers on, so we can take 1 more hit before I guess the bracers break. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Okay, we had our hero phase. We attacked. We killed him. Kapow. Now we have to explore. All right. Let's see if I can shuffle all this down here. A new tile. Please be white. You're white. Fabulous. And a new monster. How about an orc smasher? Ooh, he sounds cool. Oh yeah, he's a big bad baddie. All right, he's going to appear here. And we had a white arrow, so we don't have an encounter, but if he is within 1, he moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks with his heavy mace. He has 2 hit points, so he's going to just, wow. We're just gonna have a little showdown right here in the middle of this dungeon. What's his name? He probably has something like aggressive, like Tito or something. 7 plus 9 is 16, and our armor class is 17. Oh my goodness, Tito. Tito didn't hit us. That was really close. Okay, that was really close. That's okay. I guess we had our bracers, but we don't need them. We don't need them. Tito came for our face, and we stood up to him. Good job, kids. Okay, our turn. Again, I want to keep moving, I think. So, do we keep our dragon tooth? Pick? I think we do. I think we want to keep moving because we got to get through this dungeon, right? That's what this is all about. So let's just sure strike him. We're going to sure strike him. We have a +1 to our attack because of our dragon tooth pick. It'll only do 1 damage though. And he's a 2 damage creature. Maybe we don't want to do that. Okay. Okay, go big or go home. Let's do this. Let's switch out. Let's pull out, instead of our dragon tooth pick here, let's whip out our crossbow of speed. And I think we're just going to double attack this dude. Because we need 2 hits. But then I can't explore. Let's do it. Let's do it. First off, we're going to attack 1 adjacent monster. I guess we'll see how this attack goes. Maybe we don't need our crossbow after all. Let's find out. 7 plus 11 is 18. He has an armor class of 15, so we do hit him. Because he has 2 hit points though, the They give us these cute little tokens that you can put around so that you can see he's been hit. I just love that. So he's down 1. Do we just take it or do we move and explore? Okay, let's do it. We have to roll really well, but I feel like Vistra can do it. Come on, Vistra. Crossbow speed. An 8 plus a 4 is only a 12. Oh, we were so close. Okay, we didn't do it. So we don't clear him. We can't explore. Something terrible is going to happen to us, right? Yeah, it is. So because of that, all we get is a straight up encounter card. We can cancel it thanks to our lovely stash of experience. It's a cave-in. Oh my gosh, no. The ceiling above you collapses, choking the passage with rubble. Place the cave-in marker on the active hero's tile. If that tile already has a marker, discard this card. Okay, attack each hero on the active hero's tile. It's a +9 attack, and it will automatically, no matter what, do 1 damage. Do we want to negate this? I mean, 1 damage? Okay, maybe not. Well, maybe we do want to cancel this. The cave-in says a hero that starts her turn has a speed of 2 until it ends. Damage and slowed. Let's cancel this one. Right? Right? I think we will. Let's cancel this. So our hard-earned experience, that's all right. This is what we got it for. We're going to turn in 5 points here. Put it back. And the cave-in we manage to avoid. I think that's what we're going to do. I feel like that's the play, only because I just really don't want to deal with being slowed as well as damage. That's a little bit too much damage I can take. So never mind. Okay. That was our exploration. Well, we didn't explore, so that was our encounter for that, which means Tito gets to smash. All right. Heavy mace, here it comes. 2. Tito whiffs it. You love, yeah. All right, sorry, Tito. You're not much of a smasher after all. Our turn. Okay. And again, we're down to the same question. Which do we use? We need 1 hit. So let's start. We'll equip our crossbow for now because we have to take this guy down. So let's equip our crossbow for now. And then we're just going to attack 1 adjacent monster. If we whiff it, we'll whip out our crossbow and finish it off that way. But I believe in Vistra. 7 plus 11. Yeah, she did good. Good girl, good girl. He's down. We get 2 experience points back. And we pick up a lucky charm. Reroll the dice. Discard after using. Oh, yes. We take our lucky dice. We didn't end up using our bracers. That's fine because we're just going to move to the end and explore. How about this end up here? We'll